So are you here for the motivation or the entertainment, or maybe a little bit of both? The other night I was sitting with my daughter Sailor watching YouTube videos of people drawing and coloring unicorns and fish, and for some reason I was oddly intrigued by that. So I think there is something oddly satisfying about watching dirty spaces get cleaned. So this is part 2 of my whole house deep clean series, and today we are focusing on the primary bathroom, the laundry room, the guest bathroom, and our primary bedroom. If you missed part 1, I will link it up here in the top right corner and you can check that one out now. And I did want to thank Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video, which Rocket Money is a tool to really help you improve your financial health, and it can help you cancel unwanted subscriptions, lower your bills, set up budgets, and, review all of your finances all in one place. I'll talk more about Rocket Money later in this video and how Rocket Money has personally helped me so far. But let's get started in this filthy bathroom. I'm using the Kaboom OxyClean. If you have been watching me for a while, I said that I typically use 80% more of the all natural products and then 20% just free for all. And recently this bathroom is terrible. I had just had a baby. He is a little over 2 months old, and I said that during the time I was pregnant I couldn't really get down and scrub the bathroom really well, so I was going to hire someone, and then I just never got around to finding someone to come out on a specific day. So I finally just decided that I'm going to deep clean the entire house, and the bathroom is the worst and needs it the most. But a subscriber recommended this Kaboom to me, and what you do is you spray it on the area in the bathroom, and then once it turns from blue to white, that means that it's ready to clean. I'm using this handheld electronic scrubber that I got from Amazon, and it has different attachments, so depending on what you're cleaning, you can change the attachment to kind of meet that need. It works great, but I still feel like I'm kind of on my hands and knees scrubbing, even though it's doing a lot of the scrubbing for me. But I usually first start off in the corners and then work my way to the rest of the floors and then also the walls. So I do admit that the bathrooms are my least favorite spot to clean, especially the shower. So this gets abandoned probably the most. So we've been in this house for over 7 years. So a lot of this grout is just stained permanently. I've tried a lot of different cleaners on it, and I've just come to the conclusion that it is stained, and the best thing I can do is just try and clean it as best I can. Over the last year, we've talked a lot about ripping this entire shower out. Whenever we built the house, if you've ever built a house, then typically you or at least we worked on a budget to pay for a lot of the upgrades, because some stuff is standard and then some stuff you can pay additional cost to upgrade. And when we got to our shower, I don't know why we didn't, but we did not put in the money to do a lot of upgrading. So a lot of this tile is pretty standard, and we now want to do an upgrade. At first we didn't know how much longer we would be in this house and if it would be worth it. But now we've decided that we want to rip out the whole shower and then all of the tile in the bathroom, and also it leads to the closet, which we have carpet in our closet. So we're going to rip all of that out, have somebody come and lay out all the new tile, and then eventually get a new closet system. So we went and looked at tiles, and I did find some tile that I liked, but we are in the process of getting quotes. So Chris can do a lot of this, but he is extremely busy with his work. So we are kind of going back and forth on getting some quotes or seeing if it's something that we are going to be able to do ourselves. So that is a goal and a project on our list. So here we never take this lid off of the drain, and this is probably one of my first times doing that and cleaning it. Chris thought that the drain was a little bit clogged up, so he had stuck something in there he had taken that undrilled I don't know what that's called, not the lid, whatever that is, right? The metal piece off of the top of the drain to stick some stuff down there to unclog it really well. And then that's when I had the opportunity to come in and get it really cleaned up. I'm here in my bed, without your love, I am out of place. And without you, I am just a trace. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. I wanna be with you always, always, 'cause that is what my heart says. Sparkle in your, I wanna be with you always, always, 'cause that is what my heart says. So once I get this finished cleaning up, then my next goal is going to be working on cleaning and scrubbing the rest of the bathroom. So I typically don't like talking about things that I'm not good at, but I do like talking about things that have helped me with things that I'm not good at. One area that I could use some more improvement on is budgeting and finance. After graduating college and having $10,000 in student loan debt, and then moving into this house about 7 years ago, I racked up about $10,000 on a credit card buying new things for the home. I really struggled to get my debt down. We did end up taking one of Dave Ramsey's classes and helping with the process of, paying off debt and importance of money. But I wish that I had actual tools where I could see what I was spending my money on, what subscriptions I had, how much money I was potentially wasting, and things that I am subscribed to but don't use. Just more tools available to really help make budgeting and paying off debt a lot easier. So since then, as you guys know, Chris has quit his corporate job. So budgeting right now is really important for us. We lost an entire income to risk having him start his own company and pursue that, which we are so excited for. But with that does come some challenges. So I am really excited to partner with Rocket Money to not only help me better budget, but to understand where my money's going. That way I can visually see if it's worth it to spend in those certain areas. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance platform that helps you save money and also spend less. What I personally love most about it is that it can help you manage your subscriptions, lower your bills, monitor your credit score, and build your savings all in one place. I am going to embarrassingly admit that after downloading Rocket Money, I realized that I was subscribed to Amazon Kids Plus, and I was paying, it was only about $5 a month, but I was paying $5 a month to a subscription that I have no idea how I got subscribed to it, and I didn't even realize that I was paying that, and it's been almost 8 months. So I used Rocket Money to help cancel that subscription. Another thing is that it can actually lower your bills. So all you have to do is upload a photo and tap the button, and Rocket Money will negotiate your bills for you, from your internet service bills to your cable bills and even your phone bills. So not only that, it can help you monitor your credit scores, set up savings accounts, and also grow your net worth. It has over 3.4 million members. To become a member and start managing your money more efficiently, head to rocketmoney.com/Michelle O'Malley or click the link in the video description below.
Stuck in the middle of coming inside and walking out. Just stay for a little. You say as you close the door behind me, look in the mirror, hearing you whisper in my ear, say, are you a sinner or a beginner? Yeah, let's get unpredictable tonight. You and me and vodka cola.
We did a laundry room makeover and organization, I want to say earlier this year, but since then, once that project was complete, I had been avoiding doing a lot of deep cleaning in here. That includes the washing machine. I do notice when I run a self-clean option, it helps get out a lot of whatever gets stuck into the rubber part of the inside of the washing machine, but the deep clean option takes almost like 4 hours. Do y'all's take that long? Or leave me a comment down below and let me know if it's typically a really, really long cycle. I could be better about just starting it at night, but we have clothes in and out all the time. So I guess I don't really have an excuse of why I don't run it more often, but I am going to run it today. But in the meantime, I'm just going to get as much as I can out of the rubber part and also parts of the inside. As you can see, just pile up and get super dirty. So the hose is supposed to be cleaned out, I want to say monthly, and sometimes I just overlook that area as well. Sometimes it will start stinking a little bit. I have to make sure that I leave the front loader washer open. Sometimes it's not bad all the time, but sometimes it does get bad. And then here, obviously all the dirty water from the hose that I haven't cleaned out in, I want to say, several months. And if you could smell the water right now, I'm just going to say it stinks really bad. Last time I cleaned this, I cleaned the filter out before the water hose and water spilled everywhere. So this time I learned my lesson. But here is the dirty filter. I know exactly what that is in there. So at first I was like, what is this? But I typically use color catcher washer sheets. And I think what happened is one of those color catcher sheets got stuck in the filter and it was kind of clogging it. So the purpose of the color catcher sheets are that you put in the washing machine are so that if you are washing, like, let's say dark colors and light colors together, then they don't bleed onto the lighter clothes. I don't use them in every single load, but I do use them often.
Sitting on the front porch, sipping on the rocks. Citrus in our beverages. Citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides. Always pretty smiles are covering our faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. On and on it goes. Round and round the rodeo. Breathing out air for a minute. Taking my time to begin with. On and on it goes. Swinging down in life, you know. Breathing out air for a minute. Yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. Could play my
This Afresh washing machine cleaner tablet was recommended by all of you guys. So last time I washed it, I asked you guys tips or what was your favorite washing machine cleaner, and this was hands down the highest recommendation. So I'm going to go ahead and open up one of those tabs, put it directly into the washing machine, and then run the self-clean cycle.
To get a little lost in everybody's business. Why don't we all calm down?
Next, after taking out all of the laundry baskets, then I'm going to clean the areas behind them. So we put up this chair railing and then also painted it, like I said earlier this year. And I noticed that it is just a huge collection of dust and hair. So, I'm going to come in and try and clean it as best I can. Sometimes you don't think about that stuff whenever you're doing a makeover or a remodel, but I still wouldn't change it because I do love the way it turned out.
Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. Keep playing my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here? Make everything disappear. Lay low in the beaching sun. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Front porch sipping on the rocks, citrus in our beverages.
One thing that you probably can't see that piles up in here is sand. So, if you've been following me for a while, you know that we also redid our backyard and we added this giant sandbox for the girls to play in. And typically they will play in the sand for a long time, and then it will get all over their clothes. I'll have them bring their clothes in here, and then sand just gets in here everywhere. But I'm glad to get this all finally done. And next, I'll move on to our bedroom. One thing that bugs me so much is this dog hair on the very bottom of our comforter, because our dog just slides up against it and rubs her body all along the comforter. And because it's white and we have a black lab, it just looks horrible. So I'm constantly washing the comforter. I don't always show it, but because I do it very sporadically. So today I'm going to plan on washing all of the sheets, the comforter, and everything, vacuum up the bed, and get some of the window sills done, and then vacuum up the space.
1, 2, 3. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me.
So I'm still not sleeping through the night. Rye is only 2 months old, so he's doing some longer stretches, but he's not fully sleeping through the night. And I debated whether to tell this story, because whenever I tell bug stories, some people are like, ew, stop talking about it. And I know it's gross, but I do have another story. So I woke up, since I'm not sleeping all the way through the night, every time I wake up to feed Rye, I turn the TV on, and the TV has light to it or whatever, and sometimes it attracts bugs, and I turn the TV on and I start feeding Rye, and it's probably like 2:00 in the morning, and I look up and I see something crawling on the wall near the TV, and I flipped out. I woke Chris up, and I'm like, Chris, oh my God, there is a cockroach crawling on the wall by the TV. Wake up right now, and you have to get it. He's like, oh my gosh, you scared me. I'm like, yes, this is an emergency. I'm scared right now. So anyway, he got up at 2 in the morning and got it for me so that I could sleep peacefully. I mean, we don't have a lot of bugs, but it's very random that one will come. So when it does, I absolutely do not like it. But hopefully with the colder weather, it will, not bring in a lot of those kinds of bugs.
I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone.
I really had high hopes that I would have a new closet organizing system by now. If you don't remember from a while back, I wanted to purchase one from IKEA, put it together, but all of the pieces were back ordered, and that would eventually allow me to get rid of this dresser. And I was going to put like a nice cozy, one of those fake, fireplace kind of setups here. That's still a goal of mine, but it will be a longer process. But one other area that's a pain point for me is my little makeup stand. I do my hair and makeup here, and then the girls will also have their hair ties and stuff, and I'll do their hair in the morning, every morning downstairs here. And this little organizing tray that I once bought to organize all of the hair ties and hair bows and everything and brushes, just it wasn't working. So I saw something on Amazon, this little tray thing, and I decided that would help me better organize the types of bows and clips and hair ties that we can use, so that it's not just all crammed into that one box. So that's just what I'm doing here, is reorganizing all of that. And it is working 100 times better than what I had before.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back, I want you, hit you up, I'm on the other side, I miss you. Take you off, I came here way too strong, cannot keep it low key. Got me drugged, your pheromones hit the roof, auto, your taste. It's really a bad reception out there, where you heading? Why ain't gravity pulling you in closer to me? I've lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I've lost you.
One pain about having duvet covers is that it is a pain to get the comforter inside. There is a tip from, if you don't follow her on Instagram, her channel, her Instagram name is My Texas House, and she does like all different types of home decor. She's really, really popular. But she had a method of a way to insert a duvet cover. I did not use that way this time around. Maybe next time I'll do it again. I've done it a couple different ways. But basically you turn the duvet cover inside out, you lay the comforter on top of it, you roll it, and then you like unfluff it. So that was one way. Here I just do it the old-fashioned way. I take a corner and match it to the other corner, tie it together, and then on the other side I take the other corner, tie it to the other corner. So I don't know if that made any sense whatsoever, but that's just one of the ways that I do it. If anyone has any other magic tricks to putting your duvet cover on, then feel free to share it with everyone down below in the description. And then even I can try it out.
It's really a bad reception out there, where you heading? Why ain't gravity pulling you in closer to me? Yeah, I lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I've lost you, yeah, I lost you, telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. I've lost you, I've lost you, I keep on looking for you. Yeah, this baby said that they don't got a future like it burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart.
The last area that I'm going to tackle is the guest bathroom. And do any of you guys remember this little gadget, the dreaded black light? And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I dare you to experiment with the black light. It basically detects urine, scorpions, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. And I initially bought it not knowing what to expect. And I tested it out in some areas, and trust me, you do not want to know what you will find, especially in your bathrooms, whenever you buy this light. I have to admit, the first time I used this, I was pretty mortified, but now I'm just know what to expect. So this is our guest bathroom. I mean, we have 2 toddlers, and guests come over. We have more kids come over, and you can't be perfect, at your aim, right? So now it's time to clean it up, and none of this you can see with a visible eye. This is all only visible through this black light. So I will just use some disinfectant and try and get some of those really dirty areas. What I have noticed is that some areas are stained, and I don't think that everything that lights up is necessarily urine, but in most cases, like these areas probably are. Another place where I will use the black light is to detect pet urine. So sometimes our dog will go upstairs, especially if we're gone for a long period of time during the day. You can detect like where there might be a spot where there might be some pet urine. So in those cases, I'll do a really good shampooing. But for right now, I'm going to try and disinfect this area as good as possible.
Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
So once I've cleaned and disinfected everything, then I'll go back through the light and then see how good I get it. Like I said, some spots I can sit there and scrub, and I've tried before off camera, and I just realized that it's just stained on there. But I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning up the rest of this bathroom.
And you're kinda simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather.
But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, cleaning with me. If you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and join this awesome community. And I will see all of y'all in my video next week.